Hey guys, it's Dante. Welcome to Dante's Comedy Tips. If I keep squinting, it's because it's strangely bright. It's one of those weird days where it's overcast, but it's so bright. It's very strange. Anyway, here's what I want to talk to you about today. I'll put on a hat. Maybe that will help. Maybe I look weird now. But it did help. Okay, so here's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I am a personal manager besides being a comedian, and someone asked me today on, I think it was Instagram, they said, what does a manager look for in a comedian? And so I can't answer for anyone but myself, but I will give you an answer that I think kind of translates to most managers. And let me sort of break down difference between managers, agents, booking agents, all that, just in case you're new and don't know. So a booking agent is someone who's just going to book you at a comedy club. That's their only job, is to try to find work for comedians, guest speakers, people like that. My company, Golden Artists Entertainment, check us out. We have a booking agency as well. We have a production side where we make movies. You can check us out in a movie called Unfallen that's on Amazon Prime right now that we produced. I directed and star in with Michael Madsen. And all right, I'm getting off track. So a booking agent books you in comedy clubs. That is their main job. An agent, a regular agent in Hollywood, their job is to get you movies, commercials, auditions, you know, like that. And then a manager, so my job is to help you, first of all, get an agent. So if you don't have an agent, my first job is to make sure that you get one, because otherwise you are wasting your time. If you are just out there and you're in Los Angeles and you're not auditioning for things, then that's a waste of time. We need to get you an agent. We need to try to get you in movies. So that's the first job of a manager, is I get you an agent. If you're a comedian, I try to get you a booking agent. Just because I own a booking agency doesn't mean that you shouldn't be with 20 more booking agents. I own an agency. I've been a comedian for 34 years. I have about 12 comedy booking agents for different things, corporate and Midwest and this and that and USO and all this stuff. And out of all of them, I still get 90% of my own work. So don't rely on anyone. But here's what a job of a manager is that's different from an agent. And here's the way I always describe it. My first job is to get you the agent, like I said. And then after that, I'm building something, doesn't matter. All right, so once I get you the agent and they get you something, let's say that they get you 2 lines in a Star Wars movie. No one's going to remember you after 2 lines in a Star Wars movie. But what my job is to keep that flame going and to say, okay, the agent that I got you this audition. You got yourself in the movie. It's only 2 lines. How do we make it a bigger deal? That's my job. My job is to keep that flame going. So what I would say is, he's a comedian in Los Angeles. And in Los Angeles, the Jimmy Kimmel Show is right down the street from me. Why don't we get you on the Jimmy Kimmel Show and you can do your stand-up, and then afterwards he can announce that you're going to be in the new Star Wars movie. And now your fame level has just risen because you have management. That's our job. Our job is to grab the baton, because an agent doesn't go any further than that. Once they get you the audition, all they wait for after that is contracts and money. That's it. That is their job. Their job is not to all of a sudden get you on Jimmy Kimmel. Okay? It's not. That's my job. My job is to take it further than just an audition. My job as a manager is also to make sure that you go to the right places. And so as a manager, I might send you to like a movie premiere so that you can network and meet people. My job is to just make sure that the flame never goes out, that I keep promoting you, that I make sure that you make money in lots of other ways that an agent won't, that I get you on Cameo, that I make sure that you build up your social media, that I try to find you an influencer brand that wants to sponsor you. Those are the types of jobs of a manager. Now, the question was, what do we look for when it comes to a client or a comic? And I can tell you that is easy. We look for value, and we look for a spark that some people have that others don't. And it doesn't mean that they will never have it. It just means they don't have it at that exact moment. Like, I always knew that Chris Rock was going to be famous before he was ever famous. But he got to a point in his career where there was a spark, pow, and that's when he blew up. That's what we're looking for, that spark where you're in a zone, and anyone who's ever been in a zone knows what I'm talking about. When you're in the zone, everyone notices you. They do. Everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone can feel the energy around you. There's a buzz. And that's sort of what we look for, and not everyone has it. So what we also look for is potential. You know, if I see a comic on stage and I think that they're a great writer and their comedy isn't great, well, I know that they have potential to be a great comic, and I know that I also have potential to possibly get them a job writing for a late night show or, you know, any other sort of show like that. So what I look for is potential, value, and for me, value just means a lot of things. When it comes to an actor, it means that you've taken acting classes or maybe you have some credits. When it comes to comedy, same kind of thing. I don't mind developing people. I'm different from a lot of people in Hollywood. A lot of people in Hollywood are ambulance chasers. The minute you're famous, they show up. I like to find people in the clubs and go, wow, they're gonna be great someday. And maybe I won't make a dime off of them for 10 years, but so what? I have faith in them. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who you can just tell are going to make it. They put in the time, they put in the networking, and things pay off, even if it's slowly, you know? I'm not looking for some client that necessarily has to pop tomorrow, which would be great also. But give yourself value, make yourself stand out. Why am I going to notice you over everyone else? How? Are you dressed worse than everyone else? Because I'm not going to notice you if you are. And it's not just about how you look, but I'm talking about you can dress like a bum, but if you look like a bum that's a star, come on, we've all seen rock stars. When they walk in, they look like a bum. But you can just tell they're a star. Look and dress like a star if you want to catch our attention. Act like a good human being. Work on your act. Be great. Be the best person at the club that night if you want attention. Don't just want a manager because you want one. What you have to think of is, how am I, the manager, supposed to make money off of you? Not just because you're cute, nice, funny, and can act. Do you have other potential? Do you have good contacts? Is one of your best friends the head writer at a TV show that you also want to write for or be on? Or, you know what I mean? What is your value to me? How will I see where the money is going to come from? Because you have to remember, you might make so much money, but I only get a percentage of it. So I have to make you a lot of money for me to even make enough for it to matter. So show me that. Show me that I can make money off of you, even if it's not tomorrow, even if it's weeks from now. But here's what I personally like in someone. I personally like someone who is great at business and show. Someone who is great at business and show, to me, that's who I want to work with. Someone who's great at networking, that's who I want to work with. I hope that answers your questions, you guys. That's what I, as a manager, look for.